Hello, the topic for today is amazing stories. We'll deal with some reading activities and reading comprehension. First, let's deal with some vocabulary on the topic we are reading about. Look at the pictures. As you can see, these are pictures of natural phenomena. Let's try to match the pictures to the natural phenomena. Drought, flood, avalanche, lightning, and earthquake. Let's deal with some pre-reading tasks. Predicting content is one of the best techniques that helps you predict what are you going to read about. Keywords from the text help you do this in the best way possible. Look at the keywords from the text that we are going to read. Remarkable record. Burns his eyebrows off, damaged his shoulder, was working up a tree, sent him to hospital, and severe burns. What do you think? What the text is about? Let's see together. When Lightning Loves You is the title of the text. As you might see, it deals about a person that suffers a stroke light. Let's read about it. Roy Sullivan was a forest ranger in Virginia, USA. He is in the Guinness Book of World Records for a remarkable record. Between 1942 and 1977, Roy survived 7 lightning strikes. His nickname was the Human Lightning Rod. The first lightning strike was in 1942, as he was working up a tree. On that day, he lost the nail from his big toe. The second strike happened while he was driving up a mountain road. It knocked him unconscious and burned his eyebrows off. The third strike occurred when he was in his front garden and it left him with a damaged shoulder. The fourth strike took place in 1972 while he was in a ranger station. It burned off his hair. Roy dumped a bucket of water over his head to cool off. Okay, let's start with the reading. When Lightning Loves You. Roy Sullivan was a forest ranger in Virginia, USA. He is in the Guinness Book of World Records for a remarkable record. Between 1942 and 1977, Roy survived 7 lightning strikes. His nickname was the Human Lightning Rod. The first lightning strike was in 1942, as he was working up a tree. On that day, he lost the nail from his big toe. The second strike happened while he was driving on a mountain road. It knocked him unconscious and burned his eyebrows off. The third strike occurred when he was in his front garden and it left him with a damaged shoulder. The fourth strike took place in 1972 while he was in a ranger station. It burned off his hair. Roy dumped a bucket of water over his head to cool off. A year later, another lightning strike hit him on the head and set his hair on fire again. The sixth strike happened in 1976 while Roy was at a campsite. Roy tried to run away from a cloud which was moving in his direction. This time, the strike hurt his ankle. The last lightning bolt hit him while he was fishing and it sent him to hospital with severe burns to the chest and stomach. Roy Sullivan was a very fortunate man. The chance of lightning striking a person just once is only 1 in 600,000. This chance came his way 7 times, and each time he survived. That's what we call luck. Now let's deal with reading comprehension. Look at the sentences. You have to mark them true, false, or doesn't say based on the text we just read together. Let's start with the first. Roy Sullivan worked in the forest. Do you remember? Yes, it was true. It was a forest ranger. He's got 7 world records. False. During the second strike, Roy lost consciousness. It was true. The bolt left him unconscious. The fourth strike happened in the morning. Do you remember? Was it mentioned in the text? No, it wasn't. The text didn't say anything about this. Strike burned Roy's hair twice. Yes, it was true. The sixth strike happened in an open space. Try to remember, where did it happen? It was true, it was the campsite. The last lightning strike burned his hair. It's false. He burned his chest and stomach. And Roy died of old age wasn't mentioned in the text. This was about reading comprehension activity. How much do you remember from a text after reading it? Now let's deal with some of the vocabulary. Consolidate the vocabulary is the request. These words all appeared in the text. Can you put them to the phrases to make full use of them according to the vocabulary you read in the text? Let's start. Forest rangers. Survive 7 lightning strikes. Knock him unconscious. Damaged shoulder. Hurt his ankle. Set on fire. Lightning bolt. And severe burns. This is the most outspreading vocabulary from the text. As a homework, to practice at home, use the phrases to write sentences about Roy. Try to get what you know from the text and put them in your own sentences. This was all for this lecture. Thank you very much for your attention.